So I finished my canvas book using Tim Holtz Eclectic Elements fabric and his French Industrial paper pad. It's kind of a hybrid book because it's a lot of fabric and also incorporating a lot of paper. There's metal in here, all kinds of stuff. So it's kind of a hybrid book, I guess you could say. So I think that's what I'm going to call it. Anyway, the base of this album started out as that canvas corp stitched album, and this is what it looks like. This is what it originally looked like. This is their stitched book. I don't know if they make this anymore. I think they have another version of this at Simon Says Stamp, but I looked around on the internet to try to find this, and I found one at one place and another one at another. But this is what it started out as. Now, I tried to keep it, I wanted to keep this book flat, and of course, it did not work out that way. So it wound up being, you know, this is really, with the elements inside, it's, you know, kind of it's puffed up is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah. Anyway, so let me go through this. There's a lot of different, you know, things on here, like I said. So, I believe this trim right here is what JJ sent me when we did our vampire journal swap. So, I think that's where I got this. I handmade a flower, using the, I don't know material, chiffon, organza. I have no idea what it is. I think it's organza. And then there's some dyed and sprayed cheesecloth back behind it. This is just a cutout from the Tim Holtz tattered clock or whatever it's called die. That's chipboard, and then I, you know, of course did some kind of embossing over the top of that. This is a, oh my gosh, I've just had a complete brain fart. This is a doily from the Paper Bag Lady, and just a little clock piece. A Prima engraver brad stuck through the middle that's connecting that clock hand there. This is another Prima flower on top of this one that I handmade. Just some cut elements from the paper pad, and that's also the background here too. Most of the elements on here are sewed on with my sewing machine. I tried to do as much stitching as I could, but because of the spine in the middle, it was really hard to get toward, you know, the middle of this because my presser foot kept hitting it. So I also used the Helmar 450, my glue gun, some Beacon 3-in-1. I just used a combination of adhesives to get, you know, the different elements stuck down when sewing just wouldn't do it. Because I kind of wanted to have this be all stitched, but like I said, it just didn't work out that way because of the way the spine, you know, and the way this album was already bound. So this is a little book plate. Or no, what do they call that? It's a Tim Holtz piece. I can't remember what the heck the technical term is for it. And then some... Oh my gosh. Wow, I just can't remember anything right now. I don't know why this always happens when I'm doing a video. I can call out the names of the different pieces as I'm working on it, like at the drop of a hat, but then just as soon as I hit the record button on my camera, I'm like, duh! Okay. I am roses. That's what that is. Jeez. Okay, and I think that's, oh, and the corner filigree pieces here are from ButterBeeScraps. And I did just, you know, I did the technique of rolling the paper back by wetting the corners and then using like a little bamboo skewer to roll it up and just kind of, you know, trim it back some. I wanted some of this paper to show through, like the images here and the, you know, some of the gears back on this paper. This is like a masculine themed book as well. All the images I pulled are the male images from that Tim Holtz paper pad. So anyway, so that's the cover. And then this lace piece right here I got from Joann. And it's, well, not lace, it's like a trim, I guess is what you call it. And what I did is I just wrapped it around to the very back. And this is the rest of the piece right here. And then again, some more of the paper, and I just really distressed everything. Everything is distressed using the vintage photo, Tim Holtz vintage photo. So I used my Zutter to distress all the edges and then inked around it with that vintage photo. Some more ButterBeeScraps. I did use Inka Gold to change the color of that to match more along with the, you know, colors that I was using in this book. Tried to keep everything kind of monotone in earth tone colors. So I like how that turned out. Again, I just did buffed some of that Inka Gold over that again, just to give it a more distressed look. But I like the way the spine piece turned out with that trim that I got from Joann. I just wrapped it around, and then in between each of these little cross markings here, I stuck some of the Lavish Laces little mini florets, whatever they are, chiffon flowers, whatever, and then stuck a pearl trim in the middle of each, a pearl piece, I mean. So I really like how the spine turned out. I thought that was really pretty. So let me get into this and just go through each page here. Let me make sure I'm in frame. Okay. And again, I just, you know, like I said, this is kind of like a mutt dog. It's got a little bit of everything in it. So this is a Prima flower. And again, you can see where I machine stitched this paper piece from the Tim Holtz pad in there. More cheesecloth. This is his blue ticking fabric, and it is sewed into the page as well. You can see I left all this exposed because I love seeing machine stitching or hand stitching. I don't feel a need to cover that up. It's just a chipboard piece. I stuck some watch gears, a little couple of watch gear pieces. So that's a little metal right there to make the little O. Another ButterBeeScrap underneath. I cut it in half and then split it so that I could have this right in the middle. Then over here, some more of the Paper Bag Lady doilies. And I'll try to remember to post a link down below because I love her website. She's got awesome prices, especially for the amount of doilies that you get. So just for those of you, I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar with her website, but for those of you who are not, I'll go ahead and post a link down below. This is a cutout from the paper, some just burlap trim that was on a roll that I got from Hobby Lobby. I believe I got this from Beverly at the Piece by Piece. This is one of her gold Venice lace, however you pronounce it. But I'm pretty sure that's where I got that. I've picked up so many trims lately from so many different stores, I can't even keep them straight now. Another ButterBeeScrap embellishment, a Tim Holtz accoutrement button. I did put like some white gesso over that just to kind of grunge it up a little bit. Again, some more fussy cut pieces from the paper line. And this is where I got in, where I just, you know, I just started using the Helmar 450 to adhere some of this down. Because another thing is when you start working on the opposite page, you don't want to sew over, you know, I didn't want to have machine stitching down in the middle of this, so I had to take that into consideration when I was doing this as well. So, and then underneath, I just have some more cheesecloth tucked back behind here. I did gesso the, I just rough dried gessoed the canvas page, the blank one, before I started this, and then built my page on top of that. So again, I believe all this trim right here was top here is what I got from JJ when she sent me that. That came in the most perfect time because I was like, wow, that goes pretty good with this. And then you flip this over, and I grunged up a lot of the lace pieces so that it wasn't so pristine looking and white. And I guess I need to sit this down so you can see it. But yeah, I did kind of like grunge everything up, and you know, with inks. This is like really stiff because I didn't like the color I first used, so I gessoed it and then inked over it again. And then there's like some more lace pieces back here. I can't remember where I got this. Yeah, I'm not sure. I ordered from Trésors Deluxe as well. So I'm not sure if that came from there or not. But anyway, so there's more paper pieces back behind this lace. There's just a lot of layering on this. Another handmade flower with a Prima button in the middle. I think that's a Prima button in the middle. This is a Leaky Shed Studio frame. I did a little Tim Holtz remnant rub right here. I think that's it on that page. And then on this page, some more of the ButterBeeScraps corners right here. And then I decided to just machine sewn. I used my sewing machine to sew this little, again, another burlap ribbon roll, trim roll, whatever you want to call it. I just made a pocket out of that. And this is my very first stick pin that I've ever made. So now I'm starting to get into that as well. This was an industrial chic stick pin that was raw, and then I just built the beads on top of it and just kind of tucked it, you know, down in here in this pocket. But, you know, just an assortment of beads, bead caps, that sort of thing. And then I made a couple of tags here and threw the, you know, Tim Holtz, yeah, whatever those things are called. So again, cut paper from the line. And then I love this tag here. So this, this is grunge paper that I, of course, use the gears, as you can tell, embossing folder, the alterations, Tim Holtz alterations folder. And then there's all kinds of just little pieces that I threw on here. A little clock, some more gears, some ball chain. I did use the glossy accents to get that all adhered down, and that's really stuck on there really well. That's a Rachel 113. That's where I saw her do that. So I really like that and threw that on here as well. Just some dyed seam binding. Yeah, and then, oh, there's a couple of, back behind this, there's a couple of skeleton leaves as well, stuck back there. I had another idea for this page when I started it, and it wound up not working out, so then this is how this page came to be, because I was covering up. Anyway, so there's that, and this was flopping around a lot, so I just put a little Tim Holtz clip in there to keep it down. Okay, next. This is the Trésors Deluxe trim. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Whoops, not that much. This is the Trésors Deluxe trim. I love this. I think it's so pretty. And right when I got it, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do a gold page, because this trim came in the middle of me working on this book. So I was like, oh, I've got to use it. And what I did is I sewed it into each of the pages here to make a little pocket so that I could tuck something in, and I wound up making a couple of tags. But again, this is the Tim Holtz fabric that is sewn in to my substrate page, and then I fussy cut some images and just used glue to adhere them down. And then another, you know, part of that cutout from that clock that I die cut. Some more little trim here. This is like just trim I got from either Joann's or Michael's. And I really didn't want to cover this up because I wanted the fabric behind and then these little, you know, these cutouts to really show on this page. So I didn't want to do too much embellishing with it. And that's the reason why I just did these tags. So, you know, I've just made a couple of tags here. That's another cutout from the paper. And That way I can just throw it on there. And this I really like a lot because I just got a tutorial blog thing, a blog notification that used this technique of cutting out the gear, and this is grunge board right here, and I cut out with the Tim Holtz mini movers and shapers gear and cut out the center of the heart, and then came in and you know, I was going to use chain on this. I just realized I didn't finish this I did not finish this tag up because I was going to run chain from here to here to here. So I got to keep this out so I can finish that. I totally forgot to do that. Okay, back to what I was saying. So anyway, this is, I don't know if you can see this, but there are all kinds of little watch components in here. And I like using the grunge board because it gave it some depth, and you could put the glossy accents in to just keep everything, you know, adhered down. So anyway, I really like that. So anyway, my intention was to like I said, throw a brad in here, the center of here, the center of here, and I was going to run just a chain, you know, to finish that tag off. And yeah, I forgot to do that. So I'm going to keep that out to remind me to finish this up. Okay, next. And again, I think this is trim that I got from Beverly's store, the Piece by Piece. This is burlap fabric that I got from Joann. It has a Parisian theme. These two are just like inexpensive Michael's Recollections flowers. I tucked a little feather behind this. And again, this is my second stick pin that I made right here. And I just used, again, this was a bare industrial chic cap that had just this little piece of fabric at the top, and then I just, you know, strung those beads on there. So I like how that turned out because that color went really well with my book. This is, I think from, again, this is a chipboard piece from, oh my gosh, I don't know. It's a Prima chipboard piece. I can't remember which line it's from. Maybe Engraver. I don't know. And again, I machine sewed all of this in as well. Just did some, you know, cut out pieces and put it on here. Then here, again, some more machine stitching. Again, more trim pieces from Beverly's store, the Piece by Piece. Some cutouts. I kind of tore the paper to distress it some. Layered the paper. There's some more cheesecloth back behind here. And this, another feather piece behind this. This is my fabric flower that I used from Jaizella, Lavish Laces, Jaizella. She posted a tutorial video on how to make this kind of shabby flower like a week ago or so. So, oh, my thing came out. So I did her tutorial. I didn't really like how that came out, but but it was my first attempt at it. So now that I'm through with this, I'm going to work on doing some handmade flowers to try to perfect that. But anyway, so this has just some muslin underneath. This is one of Jaizella's chiffon flowers under this dark brown. Then a Paper Bag Lady doily underneath, some more muslin, and another of Jaizella's. And you can't really see here, but there is a Prima clock from the engraver line. Brad right there in the center. And then on this page, another Jaizella flower, some flat back trim that I think I got from Saw Crafters. This box pleat trim here I got from Hobby Lobby. This is just a lot of paper layers from the French Industrial line, obviously. I already mentioned that. But and then a die cut from Sizzix. Some more cheesecloth back behind here. A couple more I Am Roses. The leaves are from I Am Roses as well. I just kind of wanted the cheesecloth to be throughout this book as well. just to tie everything in. And then some trim, just the pearl trim piece, Hobby Lobby. I used the glossy accents just like I did on that tag with adhering this down. Just kind of randomly all over the place. And this was another nightmare page that I was trying to fix and cover up, and it just didn't work out. These are some appliques that I got from an eBay store, and I stuck gears in the center of these just to, you know, kind of tie in again with the theme. Just appliques all down the side. This is some more of the Tim Holtz fabric. This is another fabric piece. I can't remember the name of it, but it's got that whole papillon from his stamp line papillon. This is what it reminds me of. And again, I fussy cut a bunch of, you know, an image from the line, the paper line, just some more little individual cutout pieces there, and tucked those in. And because they were kind of buried into the page, I did take just a regular Prismacolor marker and just kind of outlined them, because like I said, they were kind of buried in there. So I wanted the image to stand out a little bit, so I did outline it. And I think that covers that page. And then I think this is the last, yeah, this is the last page. This is another, again, Tim Holtz fabric. This is the dictionary page, right here. And some more trim from Beverly Store. I think this is from JJ. This is a, oh my gosh, this is a flower I made, but, it's the, okay, forget it. I can't think of it right now. Another applique piece. This is just an inexpensive recollection trim. Some more of that cheesecloth stuck in the center there. And then I did put pearls in the center of each of this lace here. Trim, whatever, that I got from Beverly Store. Some more cutouts, fussy cut. This is the stamp frame that I bought from Nurse Tara. She had some Sizzix D-stash, and I got a lot of Sizzix dies from her, and this was the postage frame. I'd just gotten that, so I thought I would use that in this book, and so that is there. Some more I Am Roses, a Tim Holtz pen nib that's tucked in there, just some more, you know, cutouts. And that's it. So this is my very first fabric incorporated book that I've ever done. So a lot of the inspiration for this came from Jeanette's website, Scrap and Happy. I'll post a link down below to her website as well, or YouTube channel, I mean, because oh my gosh, I love her work. I've become fascinated with her her style, and so I'm wanting to incorporate fabric a lot more like she does, because she just does beautiful work. But anyway, so this is my this is just my share with you, and I'll be back hopefully soon with some art journaling. I'll see you later.